All right, so we're back and ready for another deep dive.
You know how much you guys love to get smart quickly. So that's exactly what we're doing today, with a look at astrological predictions, but not just any predictions. We're looking specifically at March 2025.
Yes, March 2025, buckle up.
And we've got some interesting sources here that give us like these really condensed insights for every zodiac sign, like super short and sweet. Just 10 words for each sign across love, career, and health.
10 words. Only 10 words. It's all you get.
Yeah.
It's like a little taste, a little flavor. It's like those like super concentrated juice things, you know?
Yeah.
You just add water and boom, you've got a whole pitcher.
Yeah, it's like that, but for cosmic insights.
Right, exactly. There's a fast track to understanding the main vibes of the month without getting lost in like, the whole complicated birth chart and all that stuff.
Exactly. We're all about efficiency here.
Okay, so let's jump right in. Starting with Aries placements. For those born under the sign of the Ram, our source says passion ignites, new romance blooms with fearless energy. Leadership shines, bold moves bring progress and recognition and high energy, but pace yourself to avoid burnout.
Mm-hmm.
So much packed into those 30 words. What are the key themes here for you?
Well, I'm seeing a lot of emphasis on like taking initiative, being bold, going after what you want, which makes sense considering Aries is ruled by Mars, the planet of action and energy. And, March is often a time when Mars is really active. So this like surge of energy that we're seeing in these predictions, it could be playing out in both your personal life and your career.
Makes sense. So like new relationships taking off, maybe even some like really passionate connections. And then at work, that same energy could translate to taking charge and really making some big moves.
Yeah, exactly. But there's also that little caveat in there, right? Pace yourself to avoid burnout. That's the classic Aries challenge. Like they have all this fire, all this drive, but they need to learn how to not burn themselves out.
All right, got to find that balance. Okay, now let's move on to Taurus. For Taurus, the source says, stability grows deep connections, strengthen with patience. Steady effort pays off focus on long-term goals and balanced diet and rest. Avoid overindulgence today. It feels very grounded, very Taurus. What do you make of this emphasis on patience and thinking long-term?
Well, Taurus is an earth sign, right? They're all about stability and building things slowly and steadily. So these predictions really resonate with that energy. I'm thinking maybe there are some slower moving planets influencing Taurus during this time, like Saturn perhaps, which really emphasizes patience and discipline.
Interesting. So it's not about like quick wins or instant gratification. It's about putting in the work consistently and trusting that it will pay off eventually.
Exactly. It's like, planting a seed and nurturing it, watching it grow slowly over time. And even the health advice ties into this: balanced diet and rest, avoid overindulgence today. It's about sustainability, not about going to extremes.
Okay, now let's see what's in store for Gemini. For those with Gemini placements, the source says, flirty sparks fly communication, deepens romantic bonds. Ideas flow, collaboration, boosts success and creativity, and mental agility strong, take breaks to recharge. That communication theme seems key. What are your thoughts?
Oh, absolutely. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication. So it makes sense that March would be a very mentally stimulating month for them. Lots of conversations, lots of ideas bouncing around, like their minds are just going to be buzzing.
And that could lead to some interesting romantic connections too, right? Like meeting someone new through conversation or really deepening an existing relationship through like really open and honest communication.
Yeah, exactly. But with all that mental activity, it's important for Geminis to remember to take breaks, step away from the screen, disconnect from all the chatter, and just give their minds a chance to rest and recharge.
Right. Okay. Now on to Cancer. For Cancer, the source says, emotional ties deep in nurturing love brings comfort. Intuition guides steady progress in meaningful work. And emotional stress possible, prioritize self-care and rest. What does it mean to let intuition guide your career?
Cancer is a water sign ruled by the moon. So they're very in tune with their emotions and their intuition. So when it comes to their careers, this prediction is suggesting that they should really trust their gut feelings. Something feels right, go for it. If something feels off, maybe it's a sign to reconsider.
So it's not just about following logic or what looks good on paper. It's about like tuning into that deeper knowing and choosing a path that feels truly aligned with their purpose.
Exactly. And because Cancer is so sensitive, it's really important for them to prioritize self-care during this time, create a nurturing environment for themselves and make sure they're taking time to rest and recharge emotionally.
Right. Okay. Moving on to Leo. The predictions for those with Leo placements are romance shines, confidence attracts passionate connections, spotlight on you sees opportunities to lead, and vitality high channel energy into physical activity. Sounds like a pretty dynamic month for Leos. How can they best seize those leadership opportunities?
Well, Leo is ruled by the sun, right? They're all about shining brightly, expressing themselves authentically.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that March could be a time when they naturally step into leadership roles. They might be given more responsibility at work, or they might take the initiative to start a new project.
And with that high vitality, they'll definitely have the energy to tackle those challenges.
Exactly. And channeling that energy into physical activity is key. Whether it's hitting the gym, going for a run, or just taking a brisk walk, it will help them stay grounded and focused.
Right. Okay. Next up is Virgo. For those with Virgo placements, the source says, practical gestures build trust. Love grows quietly. Attention to detail impresses tasks move forward. Stress may linger. Focus on relaxation techniques. What kind of practical gestures might be most impactful in relationships for Virgos?
Well, Virgos are known for being practical and detail-oriented, right? So for them, it's not about grand romantic gestures. It's about the little things. Doing the dishes without being asked, picking up their partner's favorite snack at the store, remembering to send a good morning text.
Those small acts of service really go a long way for them.
Exactly. It shows that you're paying attention to their needs, that you care about the details of their life, and that can build a really strong foundation of trust and intimacy.
Right. Now for Libra. For Libra, the source says harmony reigns, partnerships flourish with mutual effort. Diplomacy wins teamwork, enhances career prospects, and balance key, avoid overextending socially or physically. How can Libras best leverage diplomacy at work?
Libra is all about balance and harmony, right? They're ruled by Venus, the planet of love and beauty, so they naturally gravitate towards creating peaceful and harmonious environments. And in the workplace, that translates to being diplomatic. Being able to see both sides of a situation, mediate conflicts, and find solutions that work for everyone.
So they're like the peacemakers of the Zodiac.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And in March, their diplomacy skills will be especially valuable. If there are any disagreements or tensions within their team, they'll be able to step in and smooth things over, and that will definitely boost their career prospects.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, now on to Scorpio. For Scorpio, the source says, intensity deepens, transformative bonds form or evolve. Determination drives success, focus on big goals, and resilience, strong watch for emotional fatigue. What kind of big goals might be favored for Scorpios this month?
Well, Scorpio is a water sign ruled by Pluto, the planet of transformation. So they're all about depth, intensity, and going through these really powerful personal transformations. And in March, this energy is going to be amplified. So the big goals that are favored for them are the ones that really push them outside of their comfort zone, the ones that require them to dig deep and really confront their shadow selves.
So it's not about superficial changes. It's about really deep and meaningful growth.
Exactly. And they have the resilience to handle it. Scorpio is one of the toughest signs in the Zodiac. They can handle a lot. But even they need to be mindful of their emotional well-being, make sure they're taking time to rest and recharge because all that intensity can be draining.
Right. Okay. Now, for Sagittarius. For those with Sagittarius placements, the source says, adventure sparks romance, freedom strengthens connections, opportunities expand, bold risks yield rewards, and energy surges stay active but don't overdo it. Sounds like a pretty exciting month for Sagittarians. How might they identify bold risks worth taking?
Well, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion and abundance. So they're always looking for new adventures, new experiences. They want to push the boundaries and see what's out there. So the bold risks that are worth taking for them are the ones that align with their values, the ones that excite them and inspire them to grow.
So it's not about being reckless. It's about taking calculated risks that have the potential to really expand their horizons.
Exactly. And with all that energy, they'll need to find healthy outlets for it. Maybe try a new sport, go on a hiking trip, or just get out in nature and explore.
Makes sense. Okay, now for Capricorn. For those with Capricorn placements, the source says commitment solidifies, steady love brings security. Hard work pays discipline, earns recognition, and stamina good guard against stress buildup. How might Capricorns ensure their hard work leads to recognition this month?
Well, Capricorn is an earth sign ruled by Saturn, the planet of discipline and responsibility. So they're all about hard work, structure, and achieving their goals. And in March, their efforts are likely to be recognized and rewarded. They might get a promotion, get a raise, or just receive some positive feedback from their boss.
So they'll definitely see the fruits of their labor.
Yeah.
But they need to be careful not to overwork themselves, right?
Even though they have good stamina, they still need to make sure they're taking breaks and finding ways to de-stress. Maybe take up a relaxing hobby like yoga or meditation, or just spend some time in nature.
Right. Okay. Moving on to Aquarius. For Aquarius, the source says, unconventional romance thrives. Openness fosters connection. Innovation shines unique ideas, gain traction. Mental clarity, sharp rest to maintain focus. What could unconventional romance look like for those with Aquarius placements?
Well, Aquarius is an air sign ruled by Uranus, the planet of innovation and rebellion. So they're all about breaking the mold, doing things differently. And that definitely extends to their romantic relationships. So unconventional romance for them could mean being in a polyamorous relationship, dating someone outside of their usual type, or just having a very open and non-traditional approach to love.
Interesting. So they're not afraid to challenge societal norms when it comes to love.
Not at all. They value individuality and freedom, and they want a partner who respects that. And with their sharp mental clarity and innovative thinking, this could also be a really productive month for them professionally. They might come up with some groundbreaking ideas that really shake things up in their field.
Okay. And finally, let's talk about Pisces. For those with Pisces placements, the source says, dreamy romance blooms, empathy deepens relationships, creativity flows, intuition guides career decisions, and sensitivity high prioritize calm and hydration. How can Pisceans channel their creative flow into career decisions?
Well, Pisces is a water sign ruled by Neptune, the planet of dreams, intuition, and spirituality. So they're very creative and imaginative, and they have a deep connection to their emotions and intuition. So when it comes to their careers, they need to find a path that allows them to express their creativity and tap into their intuition.
So maybe something in the arts or fields where they can really use their empathy and compassion to help others.
Exactly. And with their heightened sensitivity, it's really important for them to create a calm and peaceful environment for themselves. Maybe listen to some soothing music, meditate, or just spend some time near water.
Right. So we've covered all 12 signs. What a whirlwind tour of potential astrological energies for March 2025. I don't know about you, but even these brief glimpses into the possibilities have me thinking.
I know. It's so fascinating how even these short astrological snippets can give us so much to think about. They can help us to understand our own tendencies, the challenges we might face, and the opportunities that might come our way.
Totally.
Yeah.
And even if you don't necessarily believe in astrology, I think it's still fun to think about these things. Like a little cosmic heads up.
Exactly. It's like a little nudge from the universe
Right.
to pay attention to certain areas of our lives or to try a new approach. Just something to play with.
Absolutely. So as we head into March 2025,
Hmm.
it might be interesting to reflect on these predictions.
Yeah.
See how they resonate with what you're already feeling and planning, and just see what unfolds.
Exactly. See if there's any truth to these cosmic whispers.
All right, well, that's it for our deep dive today. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.